Blake Lively had become the focus of a growing online controversy that shows no sign of slowing down. She believes that she can stop the backlash from content creators by withdrawing one subpoena at a time against people who are pushing back. The entire issue began when several creators received subpoenas from her legal team and felt that this was an attempt to silence their opinions. These creators decided to take their concerns to court and file motions to quash the subpoenas. They said it was wrong for her to demand their private data when all they had done was express opinions about a public case. Their argument is simple. They believe their free speech rights under the First Amendment protect them from being punished for talking about a celebrity who is involved in a legal dispute. According to these creators, Blake's team failed to provide any real evidence to justify why the subpoenas were necessary. Even the attorneys representing them said that her team was not submitting proper proof to the court. Some creators claimed that Blake accused them of being part of a smear campaign against her, yet she did not provide anything concrete to support that claim. This raised serious questions about whether the subpoenas were truly about justice or about silencing voices that made her uncomfortable. Recently, a News Nation article written by journalist Paula Froelich brought the issue to mainstream attention. For the first time, a major outlet used strong language and called Blake desperate and narcissistic for targeting content creators. The article focused on how Blake appeared to be going after women who criticize her online. Paula pointed out that several of these creators never had any contact with Justin Baldoni or anyone from his team. Their opinions were based on what they saw in public records, court filings, and Blake's own public behavior. The lawsuit website that shared updates about the case became a major source of information, and the article noted that nothing these creators said came from inside sources. The News Nation piece gave a voice to the independent creators who felt cornered by a powerful Hollywood figure. Many of them had been harassed online or sent threatening messages after speaking out. The article thanked Paula Froelich for giving support to independent journalists who risk being targeted for their reporting. Paula even invited one of the creators to appear on News Nation to discuss another story involving a cult leader who had been raided by the FBI. That appearance helped connect several creators who had gone through similar experiences of being silenced or intimidated by people with money and influence. From that moment, a community started to form. These creators began to support one another publicly and privately. They encouraged others not to give up and to keep speaking their truth in a respectful and lawful way. Inside the courtroom, Blake tried to control the damage. She started to withdraw some subpoenas, which made people believe she was trying to avoid sanctions from the judge. While the judge dismissed certain motions to quash as moot because the subpoenas were withdrawn, observers noticed that Blake's withdrawals often came only after her actions became public. Many interpreted this as a sign that she was acting out of fear rather than principle. One of the creators, named Lauren, took things a step further. She wrote a letter directly to the judge explaining that the subpoenas were being used as tools of intimidation. She said the goal seemed to be to scare people into silence who had expressed negative opinions about Blake on social media. Lauren pointed out that Blake's legal team could not explain why they wanted sensitive personal information like bank statements, addresses, or location data. To her, it looked like an invasion of privacy, without any legitimate reason. She described this behavior as harassment and intimidation. She also said that other parties involved in the same lawsuit had never tried to target her in this way. Her opinions were based entirely on public information and her right to comment on matters of public interest. Lauren called the idea of a smear campaign nonsense and urged the court to recognize the pattern of abuse that seemed to be taking shape. Another creator known online as Swifty Forever also fought back. She filed a motion under the name Jane Doe to protect her identity and said that Blake's accusations against her were baseless and defamatory. She defended her right to speak freely about public figures. According to her, discussing celebrities' behavior or legal actions is part of healthy public discourse. She reminded the court that criticism of a public figure is not defamation when it is based on facts or opinions drawn from public events. Her statement resonated with many online who felt that the internet was being turned into a battlefield where powerful people try to control narratives instead of accepting fair criticism. The filings from both women and others presented a broader argument. They said that Blake was trying to use a legal system not as a path to justice, but as a weapon to punish her critics. They claimed that she was freely accusing people of crimes and conspiracies without evidence. Some observers added that she seemed to be hiding behind legal privilege to avoid accountability for her own actions. This perception led to a larger discussion about how celebrities sometimes misuse their financial and legal resources to manipulate public opinion. The idea that someone as famous as Blake Lively could go after small independent creators shocked many people who once admired her work. The judge overseeing the case has not yet taken decisive action to stop her from continuing this behavior. That lack of response has disappointed many who hoped for a strong message from the court. Observers have noted that Blake tends to withdraw subpoenas only when the situation becomes public and damages her image. Critics say that she appears more upset about being exposed than about the fact that her actions might have crossed ethical lines. This entire situation highlights how certain parts of Hollywood culture allow individuals to act impulsively and seek forgiveness later rather than exercising restraint and fairness from the start. As the controversy continues, Blake's reputation appears to be suffering. Once celebrated for her acting and charm, she is now being described by some media outlets as a bully who targets women while claiming to support female empowerment. Commentators on social media have also noted the irony in her public statements about kindness and equality compared to her legal actions against independent voices. The calls for the judge to take stronger steps have grown louder. People want to see some kind of limitation placed on the misuse of subpoenas so that individuals cannot use the court system as a personal weapon. Even though Blake has tried to withdraw some of the subpoenas, the damage has already been done. The creators who are targeted say that they feel violated and frightened. Some have lost sleep worrying about their private information being shared. Others have been discouraged from posting online because they fear being dragged into legal fights they cannot afford. This chilling effect has become one of the main points of discussion across digital platforms. Legal experts warn that if celebrities are allowed to behave this way, it could create a dangerous precedent where only the rich and powerful can speak freely. The controversy has also inspired many content creators to become more united. They are sharing their experiences and resources to protect one another. Some have created community spaces to discuss how to handle legal threats and how to file proper motions without being intimidated. This newfound solidarity has made them stronger. What started as a small group of individuals reacting to a few subpoenas has now grown into a movement that champions free speech and accountability. These creators are learning how to navigate the legal system and how to bring attention to their causes in a professional and respectful way. The situation has also opened a broader conversation about how public figures handle criticism in the age of social media. In earlier decades, celebrities relied on traditional media to shape their image, but now public opinion forms instantly through online discussions. When someone tries to control that discussion through legal means, it often backfires. Many communication experts have said that Blake's strategy might have done more harm than good. By trying to silence a few voices, she has amplified the issue and brought more attention to the very criticism she wanted to suppress. Observers believe that Blake's legal team underestimated how determined independent creators can be. Unlike corporate media outlets, these individuals do not rely on advertising deals or studio relationships. Their content is built on authenticity and connection with their audience. When they are attacked, their supporters rally around them. This dynamic has made it almost impossible for Blake to control the narrative. Every new filing or withdrawal becomes a headline, and each headline reinforces the idea that she is struggling to manage her own public image. Meanwhile, legal analysts continue to follow the case closely. They note that the judge's decisions in the coming weeks could set an important precedent. If the court decides to limit how subpoenas are used in this context, it could protect future creators from similar intimidation. On the other hand, if the court allows this behavior to continue unchecked, it might embolden others in Hollywood to follow the same path. Either way, the outcome will shape the relationship between celebrities, journalists, and independent commentators for years to come. The emotional toll of this controversy cannot be ignored either. Many of the creators involved have spoken about how stressful and isolating the experience has been. Some received online hate from fans who misunderstood the situation. Others have been dealing with anxiety and fear of retaliation. At the same time, they have expressed gratitude for support they have received from fellow creators, journalists, and even lawyers who believe in protecting free speech. Their courage in standing up to a powerful figure has become an inspiration for others who face similar challenges in different industries. As the story develops, more people are beginning to see it as a lesson in accountability and the limits of influence. It reminds the public that fame does not place anyone above criticism or the law. It also shows how important it is for courts to protect ordinary voices in the digital space. If creators lose their right to speak openly about public figures, it would weaken democracy and restrict the free flow of information that keeps people informed. The entire controversy surrounding Blake Lively and the content creators serves as a warning to both sides. Celebrities must learn to respond to criticism with transparency and maturity rather than aggression. At the same time, creators must continue to practice ethical reporting and avoid spreading misinformation. The balance between